Matt Kesler with Urban Cool KC. I'm here with John Escalada.
Also with Urban Cool KC.
So John, tell us where we are today.
Today we are at 840 Rockwell Lane. It's in Sunset Hill. We're showcasing a beautiful Tudor style house. It's a 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath. The owners of the house have owned it for 11 years, and since they've owned it, they have completely, lovingly restored it to its original grandeur and beyond. It's beautiful, and you'll see.
So you mentioned that it is a Tudor. What exactly is a Tudor?
Okay, so the Tudor style house in America was prevalent between 1890 and 1940. And during that time, they were building houses that were kind of a collection of medieval and Renaissance styles, and that's what they termed Tudor. And so between 1920 and in the 20s and 30s, it was the most prevalent style of home built in America.
So what year was this house built?
This house was built in 1929.
Wow, so it's right in the midst of all of it. Fantastic. So what are some other characteristics that define a Tudor?
Some of the characteristics that define the Tudor is they often have a very steep pitched gable, often clad in slate. And slate roofs actually have an average life expectancy between 175 to 200 years. This house has been here for 89 years, so there's a long time left on the roof of this house. The roof is also usually punctuated with small dormers. The front door of the house is usually asymmetrically placed. In the medieval times, they did that to the front door to kind of protect the entrance. And also, they had them installed a little further back into the house, surrounded by an arch of rocks and stone. And oftentimes the door was like ironclad, black ironclad doors.
So what about things like, what about the chimney? I know a lot of these chimneys are...
Yeah, the chimney is also a very important indicator of the style of house. The Tudor chimneys are often very unique and ornate with the masonry that they built it out of. All other thing I want to point out is the windows. They're usually multi-pane windows in like three
Groups of three?
Groups of three, thank you.
So, we're on Sunset Hill. What can you tell us about Sunset Hill?
Sunset Hill, in 1906 in Kansas City, J.C. Nichols started working with Hugh Ward, who was the son of a Kansas City pioneer, Seth Ward. And Hugh inherited this plot of land called Sunset Hill. And so J.C. Nichols worked with him to develop this area. They took very great care to not disturb the trees and the beautiful slopes because part of the advertising that he wanted to use was a picturesque woodland. That was the kind of image he wanted to portray in his marketing. So they were very careful not to disturb the trees. And also, the other marketing ploy that he used to sell this neighborhood was it was positioned perfectly between Mission Hills in Kansas and Countryside on the Missouri side. And it was also on the trolley line as well.
Great. Yeah, one thing I do like about Sunset Hill is all the houses typically have a view because they're all staggered on a hill, so every house has a view of something. But anyhow, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say this house is great. It's so cozy. It's great if you're starting out, just a young couple, or if you have a family. It's great for families, and we'll show you why.
Great. Well, thanks, John. And we'll be having an open house on Sunday, February 25th, from what, 1 to 3?
1 to 4.
1 to 4. Excellent. So come by and see us if you can. Thanks, John.
Thank you, Matt. So long.
Farewell.
Auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye.